Hello my dear class 10 students, welcome back. So today we'll continue with the same chapter, that is carbon and its compound. This will be the part 6, okay? And yesterday we have completed the first type of the chemical properties of ethanol, that is about dehydration, okay? Now today we'll start this reaction with metal, okay? So we are referring to an ethanol reacting with a metal. Clear? Ethanol reacting with a metal. So students, uh, this is ethanol, right? This is ethanol. So we'll react this one with a metal. Okay, ethanol reacting with metal. So metal will use the most common one, and as mentioned in your textbook, we'll use the sodium. Okay, so I have sodium here, and this is the symbol of sodium. Now, what will happen here? So in other words, students, in general terms, we are reacting an alcohol with metal, okay? See, in general terms, we are reacting alcohol with a metal. So now, students, one thing I want you to remember is that whenever you are flushing an alcohol in a metal, okay, if you are throwing an alcohol in a metal, or if we are reacting an alcohol with a metal, we'll get a gas, okay? There will be an evolution of gas, and that is going to be an hydrogen gas. So keep that in mind, okay? So we'll get hydrogen gas here, right? So what we'll get here? Clear? So we are getting here sodium ethoxide, and here there is a liberation of hydrogen gas. So this is the second chemical property of ethanol, okay? That means ethanol with a metal, we will get one gas, that is going to be hydrogen, and the product that we'll get here is sodium ethoxide, okay? Now this might look complicated, but if you see the chemical reaction is pretty simple, okay? See, this one and this one, it becomes sodium ethoxide, right? Sodium ethoxide, and here we have hydrogen, so that one is liberated in the form of a gas, okay? So that comes to the end of the chemical property of ethanol. So now we have two compounds, okay? We have two compounds of carbon that we have to study, as mentioned in your text, that is about ethanol, and the second one is ethanoic acid. So we have already completed everything we have studied in detail about the ethanol, okay? Like the physical property, the chemical property, and the uses. So now the next topic would be the second important compound of carbon, and that is going to be ethanoic acid. Okay, so important compound of carbon. Now, since we have already completed the first one, that is ethanol, the second one, as mentioned in your text, would be ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. And as we have already studied, the chemical formula would be CH3COOH. That means we have a carboxylic acid as a functional group in this compound, okay? So students, first we'll study the physical property. Physical property. Physical properties of ethanoic acid. 1. Okay, students, it is a colorless liquid, okay? Colorless. Now, the second, to make it very simple, let's say that this is soluble in water, okay? Soluble in water. Soluble in water. Now, the boiling point would be 391 Kelvin. Clear? Okay, let's discuss about the uses of this ethanoic acid. Where do we use this ethanoic acid? Uses. Now, students, it is used in making vinegar, okay? And the second important thing is in lab, okay? In lab, we often use this one. So, we'll write, it is used as a laboratory agent. Now, I'm sure you have heard like a medicine named aspirin, right? So, it is used even in the manufacturing of that medicine, which is known as aspirin. And not only aspirin, but it is also used in many other medicines, okay? Okay, so students, we just 3 properties and 3 uses is enough. So you note it down, okay? So I have made it very simple. It is colorless, soluble in water, and the boiling point would be at 391 Kelvin. It is used in making vinegar, okay? And then it is used as a laboratory agent and also in the manufacture of many medicines such as aspirin. One such example would be. Clear? Okay, so that is all about the physical property and uses. Now, the most important thing is the chemical properties of ethanoic acid, okay? Chemical properties of ethanoic acid. Okay, so students, under the chemical property of ethanoic acid, first let's study about what will happen, what results we will get if we react ethanoic acid with metal, okay? The same thing we have already studied for ethanol as well, right? So, the first one we'll study would be reaction with metal. Clear? Now, the second one we'll study would be reaction with metal carbonate. Metal carbonate. Clear? Metal carbonate. Okay, so first let's see reaction with metal. Clear? Then we'll come here. Reaction with metal carbonate. Okay, so my dear students, here we are referring to ethanoic acid. Okay, ethanoic acid reacting with metal. So we'll take sodium. Clear? Reacting with metal. So we're taking sodium. So what we'll get here? Clear? So ethanoic acid would apply the formula that would be CH3COO and CH. Okay, so this is ethanoic acid. So students, now as a result, the same thing like I already said like for alcohol, okay? Now whenever you flush a metal, you flush an alcohol in a metal, then you'll see there is an evolution of a gas, and that gas is hydrogen, right? Now same here, this is an acid. If you flushed an acid in a metal, then you are going to see an evolution of gas, and that is going to be an hydrogen, okay? Now here we will get this product. Clear, students? Now students, this is not sodium. This is not sodium ethoxide, okay? This is not sodium ethoxide, but this is sodium ethanoate. This is sodium ethanoate, okay? This product is sodium ethanoate. So this is all for an carboxylic acid, okay? An acid reacting with a metal. Then this is the results, okay? This is the product. Now students will discuss about the second chemical property, that means the carboxylic acid, okay? Ethanoic acid reacting with metal carbonate. Metal carbonate, clear? So students, this is the second chemical property, okay? The first one we have, it's already done, it's a reaction with metal. Now the second one is metal carbonate. We have carbonate, okay now. So let's write ethanoic acid reacting with metal carbonate. So metal, we are using the sodium carbonate. So carbonate means it's CO3. Okay, carbonate means it's CO3. So now what results we'll get? Clear? Now what we will get? So students, in this case, since this one is an acid, okay, and this one is the metal, and this one is carbonate. So the outcome here, students, will get carbon dioxide, clear, as well as will get water. Okay, see, CO2, it's here, and then since we have 3 oxygen here, right, that means we are left with one oxygen. So one oxygen will join with this hydrogen, it will give rise to water. Clear? So what do we have? We have the same thing, the product we are going to get the same thing, that is sodium ethanoate. Okay, the product we are going to get the same thing, that is sodium ethanoate. Now students, just you have to focus on the reaction part. Okay, in the reaction part, if you focus, then this product is very simple. Now students, see, the answer, that the product that we have to get is sodium ethanoate, that is CH3COO and A. So CH3COO and A is here, right? So here we have carbonate, CO3. So now carbon dioxide gas is released, and we have one oxygen left, so that joins with the hydrogen to give water. Okay, now we can certainly balance this one. Clear? We can balance this one. So balancing, you can do this one. So this is the simple chemical reaction for reaction with metal carbonate. Clear? So students, we are done with the chemical property of ethanoic acid. Now let's see what will happen when we react this ethanoic acid and ethanol together. Clear? We have already studied in detail about the ethanoic acid and ethanol in detail, right? So now let's see what will happen if we react them together. Okay, if we react acid and alcohol together, what will happen? Clear? So okay, so students, we have studied about ethanol and ethanoic acid. Okay, in other words, alcohol and acid. So now what will happen if we react this alcohol and carboxylic acid together? Now that process is known as esterification. Okay, esterification. So here, let's first write the ethanol. So this is ethanol, right? Ethanol. Now let's react ethanol with acid, carboxylic acid. That means ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Clear? See, whenever we react ethanol with ethanoic acid, we will get ester. Clear? We will get ester, and water will be released. So this one you keep in mind. When we react ethanol with ethanoic acid in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, we will get ester. And this ester is very important commercially as well, because it is a fruity smelling compound. Okay, it's a fruity smelling compound, and this ester is used as a flavoring agent in ice cream, in perfume. Clear? And this, where do we get this ester? It is present in fruits. Okay, and without this, we will not have this nice smell perfumes. Okay, smelling, okay, perfumes. So we have this ethanol here, and we have ethanoic acid here. Clear? So now ester is the common name, but the formula would be, students see, The formula would be, I'll show you here. So you see this one and this one together give us ester, okay? CH3COO, right? And then C2H5, C2H5. And then we have water means H2O, right? So that means one water here, two here, and then one oxygen here. Clear? Water means H2O. So from this reaction, what we have to do is just take the water out, okay? So that means H2, one oxygen, it goes here. So what is left? We are left with CH3COO, C2H5, and that is ester. Clear? From ethanol and ethanoic acid, what you have to do? You just have to separate the water out like this, okay? Like this, then what is left? If we take out water, that means H, and O. The other product that is left is CH3COO, C2H5, and the chemical name would be ethanoate. Clear? So what is the chemical name of ester? Means ethyl ethanoate. Clear? And what is the common name of ethyl ethanoate? Means ester. And where is this ester used? We use as a flavoring agent in ice cream, in cold drinks, clear, or in perfumes, clear. And how do we get this ester if you're asked in exam? Then ester we get through the reaction of alcohol and acid. What kind of acid? Carboxylic acid. So this process is very important, and this process is known as esterification, okay? Esterification. So note down this chemical reaction. This chemical reaction is very simple, and for definition, you just have to explain whatever ingredients you have added here. That is, ethanol, ethanoic acid in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid would give you ester along with water. So students, that comes to the end of the important compounds of carbon. Okay, now we have just one topic left for this chapter, and that will be the last topic, that is about saponification and how soap work. Okay, so we'll do that in the next class. Thank you.